Hello, everyone. So let's start from really short video, like 30 seconds. I'm silent.
And some people talk about an immune system for the network, and I think it is a good analogy, because I think today almost all companies have to accept that they will be penetrated if they have a determined adversary. So the question is not how can we certainly keep them out, but what do we do to ensure that if they are inside, that we know and can respond in good time.
Okay, so I am responsible for developing Darktrace business in Central and Eastern Europe, and I will show you how we understand the cybersecurity, what is unique in Darktrace, and why we want to develop the business here in Hungary and in the region. So this is completely new technology, and me personally, it convinced to join, to leave actually Checkpoint and join to this company. They showed me the technology, how it looks, and I believe that this is the future of cybersecurity. But yeah, I will explain you why and why traditional model is also like important, but why we also need like something much more sophisticated, and how we are doing this. So let me show you a couple of slides. I am not fan of the slides, so only a couple of the most important ones about who we are. And later on, we focus on live demo. And on the end, I will invite you to our stand to have a question and answer discussion if you feel like. So, company has been established 2013 in UK, in Cambridge. So, but now we are fully international. We are in UK, of course in US, in Asia. We starting developing the business here in Central Eastern Europe, and but yeah, our headquarters is in Cambridge and in London. Gartner cannot qualify us in any magic quadrant, as you should know, the quadrants from Gartner, because we are unique. We have no competitions. We have like our technology, which is very unique. So they called us Cool Vendor 2015. And yeah, I need to say this, we receive like 1 month or 2 weeks, we receive important awards about the innovation, about cybersecurity, and so on, so on. So it's also important, no matter what you think about awards, but we receive a lot of them, so it means something. This message from this slide is that we are able to provide you the important reference customer from any sector of the market. So our bigger customer is T-Mobile, and we cooperate also with BT, but we also have small deployments like hedge fund, which hire 10 people. So scalability is not a problem for us. We can be clustering and so on. So in small networks, big networks, there is not an issue. Also, virtual environment, that everything is fine. So we start from the short pitch from Lord Jonathan Evans, because yeah, we don't hide this, and for us this is even the big advantage that our board members, from one side we have people related to business, and from the other side we have people related to national agencies. So we have former general director from MI5, we have former CIO from CIA, and the main investor is Dr. Mike Lynch, very famous guy in UK. He's like British Bill Gates, so he's also like, his name is also like proof that this company means something. And we also have a lot of engineers and experts on board. Previously they were working for national agencies. But yeah, it's only the proof that probably before this technology has been used by national agencies to track the internet like itself. But now we can have this technology in business, And this business is, of course, like enterprise, like banks and so on, and also the SCADA networks like ICS. So we are ready for both. So let's go to the technology, how it looks. So traditional approach looks much more or less this way. I wanted to emphasize this, showing this slide, showing like that this model is old. And in fact, it is old. The concept that we have a big wall around our environment, our city. We have one point of touch with the internet, and we create some DMZ zone inside to protect our most important resources. And the paradigm that we trust everyone inside actually is not valid anymore, because today's environment looks much more or less this way. So everything is much more faster in any direction, and of course we cannot trust everyone who is inside. So we should be prepared in advance to the environment when we have coworkers which are not from our company because they are contractors. Also, users can take laptop and use in their home network and bring next day to the office. So we should be prepared to this environment, to this speed communication in any direction, and with external VPNs and so on, so on. So our technology is like, if we build the wall, sooner or later appears somebody who will find out the way how to be inside. And we know that from the media, from the like the most interesting breaches. So this is only the question of time when it will happen. So and we also have insiders with in our organization. So the example is Edward Snowden, but maybe even the users, they are not aware that they are doing something wrong because their computers are already infected, and on the end they trying to do something wrong, and they are not even aware of that. So and the last important thing is that you cannot keep signatures up to date 24/7. So this like idea that you have signatures, so you pre-assume, you have like, you believe your firewalls, your IPS and so on, think that only something what is like has been already detected, we are prepared for this kind of attacks. Of course, there are ideas to update the firewalls, new signatures, and so on. But as I said, you cannot keep the signatures up to date 24/7. So there are the main concepts. Why traditional security? I'm not saying that is weak, but it's not enough. It's protect us only from the most obvious incidents. So this is my favorite slide, because our technology is like immune system. So imagine that your skin is like your firewall. It's like your IPS. It protects you from the most obvious virus, from the malwares from the outside, like in this room. But sooner or later, everything will be inside your body. So you need to have, and everyone has, immune system to protect you from the something what is inside of you. And this is how we understand the cybersecurity. So we have no pre-assumptions, we have no signatures, we have no rules. We based on the observations. So we based on the behavior of the environment, because any DNA and the same any network is different. So we have no pre-assumptions. We learn the pattern of lives of environment, of human or device. And after, let's say, a week, we are able to say what is good and bad for us. So everything is based on behavior. And on the end, according to the technology, it's based on algorithms. Because we have been established in Cambridge, so close to the University of Cambridge, and we also have a lot of guys from the mathematical sector to develop our algorithm. So going deeper, this is a dedicated appliance. So everything stays on the appliance. We are not sending any data to the cloud. So during proof of value, which we organize for our future customers, of course, we provided the appliance. Customer only create the span ports on the core switches to mirror the traffic. And we are doing deep packet inspection, so we are not based on the net flows because they are weak, because net flows are only like description of the traffic. We are doing deep packet inspection up to layer 7. After that, we receive something like 360 dimensions of that traffic, and we put our mathematician algorithm, hundreds of algorithms, to detect everything in real time and show everything in 3D and show you only the most interesting events just before they become true security incidents. And you can also play back with old events up to 6 months. So this is how, in general, it looks like. It's self-learning, so we can say that this technology is like plug and play. So you put the device in your data center. We don't need any pre-configuration and update of signatures. You put the device, do the cabling. Learning is 1 week, and after the week, we have whole picture of your network, and you can see everything on the screen. So. As I said, this is plug and play. It's very unique also because you have the benefits from the proof of value after a week with no involvement of your IT department. Because, as I said, no pre-configuration, no specific setup. You only create the span ports on the core switches or involve the tab devices. So it's up to you. As I said, everything on the end, this is our main know-how based on the Bayesian estimation. So I don't want to go deeper in this because I am not qualified to do this also, but there are hundreds of algorithms they are optimizing in real time. And yeah, we show you only the most interesting incident. We have, and please believe me, we have no false positives. And the incidents, according to the security, is very important, and only up to you on the end, when you see this incident, is considered this is a true security incident, or you can say that, okay, this user probably has rights to change credentials to log into the systems in different way. Because, yeah, one of example of the incident is one user is authenticate to some internal systems using one credentials, and one day he changed something. And maybe he has admin rights, and this is completely fine. But yeah, you need to be completely aware that he's doing that, and yeah, this is fine for you. As I said, installation is very simple, and according to our experience in EMEA, is around 1 hour to deploy the device for proof of value. Typically, we need one physical appliance per one data center. And this is what we deliver for proof of value. Of course, if you have a much more sophisticated environment, maybe not sophisticated, but like 2 active data centers, which is normal, of course. But yeah, we are also prepared for such environments. Our appliances are able to cluster. So even if you are big SCADA network with 2 main data centers and 50 small remote locations, we are also ready for this deployment. Virtual environment is also not a problem, but what I want to say that during proof of value, the installation takes 1 hour, and it's like very simple. No setup, no rules, and in passive way in your environment. So this is also the message to you that we don't like interrupt with your production traffic. So there is no risk that we do something wrong in your environment. only highlight one thing here, because currently we are, as you see, in the detection, which is in the security really important area. But right now we are also ready for prevention. So on our website you can check Anti-GINA. Anti-GINA is the next step of enterprise immune system, which I'm talking right now. So with Anti-GINA you can also block or slow down the anomaly communication. But we offering this Anti-GINA only for our current customers. So enterprise immune system, this is the what I want to present to you right now, and immune system is the first step to organizing the proof of value. The next step is Anti-GINA. So only mention that we also in the prevention, not only in the detection, security stack, let's say. Yeah, security stack, where we exist. So on the left-hand side, you see the traditional model, like your skin. And we are not saying that you need to take off your skin, because you still need your skin, because, as I said, 80% of the attacks are like old-fashioned attacks, like most obvious one. And yeah, you need to be prepared to stop this kind of attacks. If you have SIEM, that's all right. We are completely different technology than SIEM. Typically, when I start the conversation with the customers, they always trying to consider this technology like something normal, what they already know, because this is typically how our mind are thinking, the way to qualify something in the known observation. So they trying to say, okay, you are traffic recorder, or you are like sophisticated IPS and or SIEM. No, we are not SIEM, we are not traffic recorder, we are not sandbox. This is really completely something unique, because no pre-assumptions means no signatures, no rules. Everything based on the observations. So from the deep packet inspection up to layer 7, and in real time. And you can play back with old events, and also we visualize everything in nice 3G way. So I would say that we are like heart of your network, and see the incidents when traditional model is not able to catch this. So we see a very, very tricky, malicious anomaly behavior when your traditional model, which is always works like with pre-assumptions, it catch what is considered as something wrong, what of course is fine, but what with the incidents, when you have no such information in advance, what is bad and good. So we believe that in advance you cannot say what is bad and good for you, because what you consider yesterday that is good for you, tomorrow we change to something really dangerous. So we can be also fully integrated with SIEM if you would like to. So we can send all our alerts to SIEM to present everything on the one screen in one tool. This is not a problem. We can be integrated in the way that we sending an email to the right people when something very, very malicious will happen. So way of integration is like up to our customers. But yeah, we are unique. You don't need to put your skin. You still need your skin, your firewall, IPS, and so on. But you need your heart of your network to see everything, what is happening in your network, and traditional model is not able to catch that. So this is the last 2 or 3 slides, I believe, and we can start the live demo. So from the left, we receive raw data, so we catch everything in the network, deep packet inspection, as I said. Later on, we modeling like behavior of human, device, or any subnet and whole network, like in general. So modeling means that appliance is learning how we behave in environment like daily, like my patterns of life. I mean, how I use the internet, how I use my email, how many emails I send, with what attachment, to what recipients, how I log into the internal systems, and so on, what time, and yeah, everything. The same with device, and the same with like whole environment like itself, like how behave finance department like from Monday to Friday. And if one user starts to use his computer in different way than the colleagues from the financial department, we will catch this and see that somebody is trying to, I don't know, log into some database when probably nobody from the finance department never log in, or transfer some data outside, or there is some Bitcoin mine on the one of the server, and this communication is also like very unique and new for whole organization. So you can imagine that even some traffic is legitimate from the firewall point of view. We can see that this behavior is different than previously, than for whole environment in the history. So this is probably something very malicious. And in fact, during the proof of values with our customers, we observe most often very unique security incidents according to that they are very dangerous, or they are like related to compliance. Like there is some incident which now is maybe not dangerous, but sooner or later it will change, it convert in something really, really bad. And on the end, we instantly classify the threats and show only the most interesting alerts just before they become security incidents in 3G, and you can play back 6 months with old events. If you would like to have more data, historical data, you can also plug the external storage. As I said, we have case studies from almost all area of the market. So this is the biggest electricity supplier in UK. But this everything you can find on our website. So conclusions. We are enterprise immune system. We have also anti-GINA, which is able to work in prevention model also. It's automatically like plug and play, machine learning, but we are not based on the net flows, and we have no rules. So this is unique. Even if other company is using words like machine learning or machine learning, on the end they base on net flows, or they have some pre-assumptions. And no rules, no signatures. Installation during proof of value takes 1 hour. Okay, so let me show you live demo. Okay, this is our web user interface. It's HTML5. It's not Java or any other applet. So here we have the map of our demo installations. Current time, search, number of devices which we are tracking right now is 38,000 devices. So this is like a repository also with devices which are connected right now to our environment. Everything is happening right here automatically. So it's printer, server, or desktop disqualification is doing automatically according to behavior. And here we have the incidents. You can show only the most interesting ones or almost everything. You can type to search even iPhone if you'd like. Okay, so let's go to the network in London. Here you have the subnets. So any cube is the subnet. So if cube is starting to be more warm color, it means that something interesting, something malicious is happening inside. So let's go to this subnet. And here you have the structure of the one subnet, how it looks in general, with relation to other subnets. Here you have the edge, typically is edge router or the firewall, with what we are connected outside, On the right-hand side, you have the statistics. So let's go to the end of this device, maybe DNS server. Here you have the DNS server. Here it is in the center. You can play to see the current traffic in real time. There is one yellow computer. It means that, yeah, probably something malicious is happening with him. OK, so let me show you one incident. So here we have unusual activity. Let's go to this exact time when it was happened. Let's go back 1 minute. Play. We can open event log to see the transactions. And here you observe that probably it was some security incidents that computer now is infected and is starting to behave in the wrong way, starting to communicate in many devices in short time, starting to authenticate in a lot of internet servers, as I said, in short time. It wasn't like this in the past. Any other device is not acting in this way also. So even though this is legitimate traffic, we see this behavior as a very dangerous and malicious, and we can catch this. So in a couple of seconds, you will see also the what indicators are like we should take care of, like keep an eye. So here we have unusual activity due to internal data transfer, connected device, cloud ports. You can go to the end of this indicator to see how big is the difference between the expected traffic and this malicious one. You can go to the end of this indicator to see how big is the difference also. You can open this tool to see, comparing to the other devices from this environment, from this network, which they are acting in a similar way as this one, how big is the difference. So yeah, it's huge. You can capture this data to the separate file. Let's create the capture. And here you can download this captured data on local hard drive. I'll open it to have whole packet capture with whole data. OK, let me show you only second incident. This is an unusual activity. Also, 95% that this is as unusual as 95%. You can go to this time also, 1 minute back, play, and it will be example of export external data transfer. So, and also this is Bitcoin mine. So it means that this server is encrypt the traffic to the one server inside and trying to send everything outside. This behavior also is legitimate from the firewall point of view, but we're considering this as a very malicious because of the destination, involved ports, and the kind of communication inside. So here you have also the possibility to check with what actually we are connected outside. So you can see that here we have some Facebook service from California. And yeah, in a couple of seconds, we also see that we should keep an eye on the indicator external data transfer. Should be in 3 seconds. Yeah, here we have. OK, so let me pause. With such incidents, you can ignore this, like, OK, it was malicious, but not this time, but good to know about that. Or you can acknowledge. It means this is fine, this is very malicious, but it's not dangerous for us in general, so please don't show me this kind of incidents in future. And yeah, this is only the example of the incidents I mentioned before, that somebody is using different credentials than usually. So we have this information that this guy is trying to authenticate in internal systems in different way than normally. So please go to our stand, and we can continue discussion. We can answer your questions, and Yeah, because I am sure that this technology is unique, is completely new, so I believe that you have many questions, who we are and how it looks in technical way. Previously, in my career, I was also an engineer, so I hope that I will be able to answer more or less your technical questions, if you have such. Okay, I think that we have 20 seconds, so it's fine. Thank you very much, and yeah, I believe that it was interesting for you, and also that you see that this is unique and something what wasn't before, because machine learning is different area, and they are based on the different indicators. Yeah, and we doing something different way, and we growing rapidly, 600% year to year. We have investors right now, the new investors, for example, Samsung invest some money in our organization, and right now we worth $40 million, something like that. So the main idea is that we growing rapidly, and we want to keep this growing also in the Central Eastern Europe and in Hungary, of course, as well. Thank you.